Hello there everyone, it's me, Team Rai, back with another video. Now if you love movies like myself, you will enjoy this video, so here goes.
So listen, there are a number of other things going on in the world of movies right now. We don't have time to go into them in depth, but we want to keep you up to date on what's happening. So here for you is today's news roundup. The Goosebumps movie is finally in motion. Last year, Jack the Giant Killer and Shrek Forever After scribe Darren Lemke was brought on to write the script for the project, but nothing has happened since, until now. It's being reported that Rob Letterman has been brought on to direct the film. There is no word if the movie will be based on one of the 50 or so Goosebump novels, or if it will be an original story. Rob previously directed such films as Monsters vs. Aliens, Gulliver's Travels, and Shark Tale. Shailene Woodley, one of the stars of the upcoming The Amazing Spider-Man 2, playing the iconic role of Mary Jane, has just signed on for her next project. Woodley will star in the feature film adaptation of The Fault is in Our Stars. The screenplay for the film is being penned by 500 Days of Summer scribes Michael H. Weber and Scott Neustadter. The equal parts heartbreaking and charming story centers on two cancer-stricken teens that meet in a support group and develop a relationship. Greg Kinnear is in talks to star in Heaven is for Real, an adaptation of the best-selling Christian-themed book from Todd Burpo and Len Vincent, to be directed by Randall Wallace, who also directed We Were Soldiers. Coming off the biggest success of the franchise's history, Skyfall, MGM CEO Gary Barber promised the following regarding the next Bond film. We are currently developing the screenplay and working with our partners. We look forward to developing the script soon and signing a director. We are hoping within the next 3 years, so by 2016, it will be released. According to reports, Disney is developing a remake/reboot of the 1977 film Pete's Dragon, with David Lowery and his writing partner Toby Holbrooks attached to write the script. The original film was a musical about a young boy with a magical animated dragon who is on the run from his adopted parents. And that will do it for your news roundup. Alright folks, we've come to that part of the show for the mailbag. Listen, if you have a topic or a question that you would like us to address on air, simply email us anytime at amcmovietalk@gmail.com. Send us your emails, and every single day we pick out a bunch to address on air. Do me a favor, try to keep them as short as you can so we can actually fit them on the screen and get through them. Don't send us these 7-page novels that many of you have been sending us. Keep it shorter. So Ashley's got a bunch to pull out right now. So Ashley, what do we got in the mailbag?
Nick Parker writes, "Hey guys, love the show. I just love the Iron Giant movie growing up and would love to see a live action film, maybe with Brad Bird returning to direct with J.J. Abrams producing. I know it's a long shot, but what do you think?"
Yeah, a lot of people forget that Incredibles director and director of the last Mission Impossible film, Brad Bird, directed The Iron Giant, and you're right, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful animated film, and a lot of people don't know this, so hold on to your hats. Vin Diesel did the voice of the Iron Giant. Before Vin Diesel was a big superstar, Vin Diesel did the voice of the Iron Giant, all 5 or 6 words that he said in the entire movie. But unfortunately, never happened. Brad Bird is, first of all, if you're asking if Brad Bird could do it, never happened because Brad Bird's way too busy. J.J. Abrams is way too busy. Could somebody else do it? Maybe. But Iron Giant, to me, is one of those films that is completely at home in the world of animation. I don't think it would be better as a live-action film. I think it's perfect as an animated film. And as an animated film, it doesn't need to be remade. I don't think anybody has any interest in remaking it. So I don't think it'll happen. Schnepp, what do you think?
Yeah, Nick Parker, very bizarre question. Just watch The Iron Giant again. There's no reason for it to ever be remade as a live action. I mean, it's great. I mean, I know some people, think about different things. Like, I have a book that I read. I'd love to see that as a movie. So I get it. You're like, I have an animated cartoon. I'd love to see a live action version. Brad Bird is like, yo, I already made that film. I'm not going to remake it again. And J.J. Abrams wouldn't do it. So, I would just think about it. Maybe, take some photos of people and then, do a couple of still frame things for the Iron Giant version of the movie that you want to see. So.
Jason Button writes, "Hi guys, I love your show and I think you are awesome. Anyway, I got a question. I read on the internet that there might be a possibility for a Lethal Weapon 5. So, is Warner Brothers going to release a new Lethal Weapon movie with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover in the leading roles?"
I certainly hope so. I can't wait to see Mel Gibson again. What about you, Campia?
Hey, look, let's be fair here for a second. Let's be fair. Gibson has done a couple movies recently in which he was good. He was really good in Get the Gringo, and he was really good in The Beaver. Actually, he had a really nice performance in that. With that being said, I really don't think Hollywood is ready to get over all the Mel Gibson drama. But, and hear me, listen to what I'm about to say, because this is going to sound crazy, but it's the absolute truth. A lot of people forget Hollywood was just about ready to write off Tom Cruise a bunch of years ago. And then he did that little film Tropic Thunder playing Les Grossman, right? And everybody loved it because he was hilarious in it, and it was forgiven. Everybody just forgot everything. Everybody thought he was crazy and all this kind of stuff. Everybody forgot everything. Tom Cruise was awesome again. Now listen to me. Mel Gibson has a role coming up in Machete Kills, the sequel to Machete. And I'm telling you right now, if they make Gibson hilarious in that, if he comes across as really funny, maybe a little bit self-deprecating, and all that kind of crap, I'm telling you right now, there are going to be a lot of people that will be willing to just forgive and forget and let it go. And if that happens, maybe, look, there's no plans for Lethal Weapon 5. There are no plans. It's not going to happen. But we could see a resurgence. It's a 15% possibility, a resurgence in Mel Gibson, if he's hilarious and they make him really funny and he's willing to poke fun at himself in Machete. It's possible. Do you think that? If he's really good in that, could this rejuvenate him?
Well, I mean, I think if in Robert Rodriguez's Machete Kills, if his name is Sugar Tits, then we're willing to forgive Mel Gibson. But you know what? I think Lethal Weapon 5, 6, 7, it's all done. And Mel Gibson's a great director. Apocalypto is one of my favorite films. I don't need to see him as an actor anymore. I mean, and also I don't care about his personal opinion. I think he's got a lot of issues as a human being, as we all do. But I mean, I'd rather see him direct a few more films than see him play a clown. So that's me.
Okay.
Randolph Lochner writes, awesome show. I watch it every day. Okay, I know they are two completely different kinds of movies, but I wanted to get your thoughts on which trilogy you think is better. The Dark Knight trilogy by Christopher Nolan or the original Star Wars trilogy. Let the debate begin.
Wow, this is one of those things in politics that they call handing you the knife. Because no answer you give is going to keep you from getting murdered. But I never care about saying what's popular. I'm always just going to tell you what I actually think. Everybody knows I had issues with The Dark Knight Rises, but I still like the film. I still like The Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight, the second film in the trilogy, is awesome. Batman Begins is awesome. Overall, it's a great trilogy. But come on, Star Wars is the trilogy. When people say just the word trilogy, the first thing that comes to mind is Star Wars, the original trilogy. And if you want to look at influence, look, the Batman films were great, but they haven't changed the way films are made. They haven't even changed the way its own genre was made, because, Marvel came out with Avengers, just did it the comic book way as opposed to changing the way they did things because of the success of The Dark Knight. Star Wars, in almost every facet of filmmaking, changed the way Hollywood worked. It changed the way films were made. It changed the whole sci-fi genre. It is impervious to criticism. It stands the test of time. It is the trilogy. And to be honest, as much as I love the Dark Knight trilogy, because it's great, I don't even know if I'd put it in the top 5 trilogies of all time. Because in my top 5, I'd have number 1 Star Wars, the original trilogy, and then in no particular order, The Godfather, the Indiana Jones, Toy Story, and there was one other one I had, and I forget off the top of my head which one it was. So I'm not even positive I'd have the Dark Knight one in my top 5, but that's no insult because those trilogies are amazing, and so is the Dark Knight. But yeah, for me, I put Star Wars, the original, over the Dark Knight trilogy. Schnepp, what do you think?
Yeah, I totally agree. There is no debate. It's just seriously there's the Star Wars trilogy, and then there's a whole bunch of other, the Back to the Future trilogy versus the Dark Knight trilogy is more in line with what the question would be, or even Phantasm quadrilogy versus the Aliens quadrilogy, and then chuck Batman in the middle and have them get fighting. I don't think it's not even a debate. Debate over.
Yeah, you know what? And I don't know if I mentioned Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings would be the other trilogy. Obviously,
Right.
that's in the top of all three films nominated for Best Picture. I mean, that's just the way it is. So on that, so
That's
send in the hate. Send it in. I'm ready for it. Just hit me with it.
That's more of a debate is Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings trilogies. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good debate for another time.
Keel debate.
Rags 7.
Okay, everyone. Hopefully everyone enjoys that sound footage from the upcoming movies from the past and the future. I might do this once in a blue moon. What movies are coming out in the near future? I am so pumped up for the upcoming movies. So that's about it. Give me your opinions down below if you like this kind of video. So that's it for me, from your host with the most, Team Rai, and I will be back down the road. I'm not too sure. Have a good one, and thank you for watching. Thank you very much for watching this special video about movies. Later, from the Champ is out here. Bye.